Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a new artist on the channel named Tom Odell. Yes, I mean he's new on here, but this man is definitely not new to me. I've been listening to his music. I've heard a couple of singles, over the past couple of months. And I heard, when I close my eyes, I heard Don't Cry, Put Your Head on My Shoulder. Yes, this man released an album that we're about to listen to titled A Wonderful Life. This album was released on September 5th 2025, and this one came out October 10th 2025. This is A Wonderful Life Epilogue. This is the expanded reissue of Tom Odell's seventh studio album, A Wonderful Life. So I mean an expanded reissue means definitely he added some more tracks to the already released album. And from what I'm looking at here, this album, the first one, A Wonderful Life, came with 10 songs, and the epilogue came with 2 extra songs. So we have a disc 1 and a disc 2. Yes, the disc 1 has 2 songs. When I Close My Eyes, it's The Morning After Last Night's Rain. And then the disc 2 follows the 10 songs. Guys, we are going to listen to all of the songs off of this album. Like I said, I've already heard When I Close My Eyes, Don't Cry, Put Your Head on My Shoulder. And I feel like this man has a very, very a beautiful voice. Something that I would really, really like to love to tap into. So let's see how this goes. And I mean, if it goes well, I'll definitely be interested in checking out more of his music, more of his previous work. Yes, so A Wonderful Life Epilogue in Tom Odell. Guys, if you're new on here, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to like this video even before we jump into listening to this album. Yes, not going to waste any more time, just going to go straight in. So the disc 1 is only 2 songs. Yes, the first song titled When I Close My Eyes. Like I said, this one I have already listened to, but I'm so glad to actually be listening to it all over again. So let's take a listen, guys.
The house, it feels so empty.
Okay, yeah.
'Cause now I live alone.
Yeah. Okay.
The kid next door keeps asking me where you've gone. I tell her you've gone home.
Whoa.
But when I close my eyes,
Yeah.
standing there in front of me.
Okay.
When I close my eyes, it's almost like it used to be. Then I realize you're just a ghost, maybe at most a fragment of my mind. When I close my eyes, the days can be so lonely.
Guys, this sounds good. Very good, actually. Okay.
So I stay out all night.
Whoa.
My friends say take it slowly. I tell them that I'll try. But when I close my eyes, you're standing there in front of me. When I close my eyes, it's almost like it used to be. Then I realize you're just a ghost, maybe at most a fragment of my mind. When I close my eyes, every thought I think cuts me like a knife. I just wanna bring you back to life. Tonight the sun will set, tomorrow it will rise. All that I got left is when I close my eyes. You're standing
All right, guys. The first song, When I Close My Eyes, like I said from the beginning, this is one song that I have listened to, countless times. Even watched this man perform this song live. And I have to say that this song, really, really, I mean, still, sits, with me. I feel like, I mean, right from the very beginning, this song, felt so fragile. I mean, he was almost afraid to sing, too loudly, afraid to break the mood. The piano was barely holding things together, I have to say. I mean, just enough, to carry his voice, and that choice alone already, told me this wasn't about being impressive. It was about being honest. And his vocal delivery, guys, it was something else. It was definitely out of this world. I love the fact that it wasn't flashy. It wasn't trying to, sour, for the sake of it. I mean, you could definitely hear the cracks, the restraint. I mean, the way he let certain lines, almost, fall apart instead of, pushing them. I mean, that really, really made it hit harder, than any big belt ever could. I mean, there were moments, where his voice, felt like, it was hovering right on the edge of breaking, and he let it stay there. That definitely takes confidence and vulnerability, I have to say. Then, I mean, as you listen to the song, as the song, slowly built, I mean, it wasn't a dramatic explosion. It was more like emotional weight stacking up, piece by piece. The production to me stayed simple, but I mean, it grew heavier, almost suffocating, in a quiet way. I mean, a bit of subtle layers came in, the atmosphere thickened, and suddenly you realize you are holding your breath without, meaning to. After listening to the song, I have to say that what really, really got me was the mood shift towards the latter part of the song. I mean, there is this feeling of acceptance, mixed with sadness, not relief, not closure, just, learning how to live, without, something that still hurts. I feel like that's such a real emotional space. And I mean, Tom really, really captured it perfectly. I mean, he brought up memories I didn't expect. Those moments late at night, when your mind, will let go of someone, or something. I mean, even when you want peace. By the end, I wasn't thinking about the structure or technique anymore. I mean, I was just feeling it. I mean, the way he closed the song, it felt a bit unresolved on purpose. Like life doesn't, always, give you a clean ending. And that made it, even more powerful, I have to say. Overall, I mean, this is a quiet, gut punch, of a song. I mean, it's subtle, it's intimate, and emotionally heavy, in the best possible way. I mean, the kind of track you don't casually put on. You sit with it. Yeah, and this is exactly why I feel like people love Tom Odell. I mean, he doesn't perform emotions. He lives inside them, and to me, I mean, lets you as a listener, sit there with him. No walls, no polish, no hiding the pain, just pure honesty. Yes, I loved it, guys. That's just my take. That's just my thoughts, about this song. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys also think about this one down in the comment section, guys. We are moving on to the second song, titled "It's the Morning After Last Night's Rain." Let's take a listen, guys. Whoa. Okay.
It's the morning after last night's rain.
Okay.
I make a coffee and I look at the sky and I say, do you want me? I hate it when we fight. Lean down and touch you. I watch as you open your eyes. Life is a mystery that I don't understand.
Okay.
When you look at me, like I'm a blood in your hands.
Hey, yeah. The second song is The Morning After Last Night's Rain. This is actually my first time listening to it, and I have to say, wow. Guys, you guys really, really have to, give me a second to actually let this one in, because, I mean, this one really, really sat with me. I mean, after listening to it, what immediately got me was how restrained, it started. I mean, just that, fragile atmosphere, like the song, didn't want to, wake itself up too fast. Guys, that was just something else. I mean, Tom's vocals, comes in almost conversational, slightly worn, slightly exposed, and to me, it feels intentional. There's no rush, to impress here. It's more like he's letting you overhear a thought he probably wasn't planning to say out loud. I mean, as it unfolded, I kept noticing how much space there is in the production. Nothing was crowded. The piano felt heavy but gentle at the same time, and the way the instruments slowly layer guys layer in feels like emotions stacking on top of each other instead of exploding all at once. That slow build to me is subtle, but I mean it's powerful, and I feel like you don't even realize how deep you are in until you're already there. Vocally, man, Tom really did his thing, I have to say. He doesn't over sing it, but the control is insane, I have to say. I mean, you can hear the cracks, the breath, I mean the slight strain in certain phrases, and to me those are the moments that hit the hardest. Especially when he leans into those larger lines near the middle. I mean, not louder, just fuller. That's where the weight of the song really lands, I must say. I mean, it sounds like someone processing regret and acceptance all at the same time. Emotionally, this felt like waking up after something big happened and realizing you can't overdo it. Only sit with it. I mean, it honestly reminded me of those quiet mornings where everything is still, but I mean your mind is loud. No dramatics, no just reflection. That mood shift towards the end, I mean, where it feels slightly more open but still unresolved, really got me. I mean, it doesn't wrap things up neatly, and I personally love that. I mean, by the time I finished listening to this song, I wasn't thinking about hooks or replay value. I was just feeling it. I mean, this is the kind of song that I feel like sneaks up on you and stays longer than expected. Overall, this is a deeply affecting beautifully restrained piece of songwriting. Not flashy, not loud, just honest and heavy in the best possible way. I mean, after listening to the song, I honestly have to say that I feel like this is exactly why people connect with Tom Odell. I mean, this man really knows how to make quiet emotions feel massive. And I mean, he trusts the listener enough to not to spell everything out. Yes, I loved it, guys. I definitely love this one too. So we are moving on to the third song, Don't Let Me Go. Yes, let's take a listen. Wow, guys. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Put on your clothes and you kiss me.
Whoa.
Pour out a miniature whiskey.
Okay.
Look through the glass of the city.
Yeah.
When it gets dark, it's so pretty. We fell in love very quick. Something about us just clicked. Maybe we're sick in our hearts. You touch me and I fall talk. I've got my head in your palms, stare at the scars on your arms. Don't let me go, I won't let you go.
Wow.
I lay on the bed where you lie, you're filming yourself when you cry. Do you ever dream that you fly
Okay.
with the leaves that die? We had to grow up so quick, killing the world in a click. Maybe we're sick in our bones. Smile and look down at your phone. The city is filled with smoke. You look out the window and joke. If I just jumped, do you think I would float? Can you hear me scream? I look at the
What's wrong?
world and I cannot breathe. The forest is filling with fire. Turn off the TV, I'm tired. I don't wanna know. The skies are aglow. They're taking your body away, and hopelessly all I can say
Okay.
is don't let me go. I won't let you go.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's go. Wow. Guys. Yeah, so that was the third song off of this album, Don't Let Me Go. First time, hearing this song. And I have to say, the intro, really it had me immediately. That was when I knew this was gonna be a jam. I mean, there's something so fragile, yet so intense about the piano there. I mean, you can feel the weight of the song, even in the first few seconds. Man, I mean, this man's voice, it's just raw. I mean, there is this vulnerability that hits right in your chest, and I love how it slowly builds. It doesn't just rush into emotion. You get this slow pull, this tension that that just draws you in. The instrumentation is subtle but definitely layered perfectly. The piano, the soft strings, and then that little swirl before the chorus just hits. Just hits me every single time. I mean, it's like he's walking you through this emotional journey step by step. I was not expecting those vocal runs around the bridge. Oh man, I mean, they are just breathtaking. The way he stretches those notes, it's like you can feel every ounce of longing in this man's voice. There's also a heartbreak there, but also this hope underneath. He's holding onto something he can't quite grasp. And that little drop in the middle, guys, where it pulls back, quiets everything down, and then boom. I mean, the tension comes back full force. That was so cinematic. Honestly, this part really got me. The part where the layers start to stack, and the emotion crescendos. It made me think about those moments where you are holding on to someone or something, and it feels impossible to actually let go. The song just, guys, transports you there. I have to say, I mean, it's personal, it's intimate, and at the same time, huge. Like, it could be the soundtrack, to someone's entire heartbreak or love story. Overall, guys, I have to say that was really powerful. I mean, it's vulnerable, it's beautifully composed, and his voice, just carries everything. I mean, I totally see why people, connect with this man so much. I mean, it's not just a technical skill. It's the honesty in every note. It makes you, the listener, feel it, not just hear it. Honestly, I loved it. I have to say, for my final verdict to this song, I feel like this is one of those tracks that lingers. I mean, it sticks with you, hits differently depending on the mood, and it makes you want to listen again immediately. Yes, that's just what I think about this song. But I really want to hear what you guys also have to say about this song. What you guys think? Please share your thoughts about this one down the comment section. Guys, we move on to the fourth song, Don't Cry, Put Your Head on My Shoulder. This song I've already heard before, so I mean, this should be good. Basically, let's go. Whoa. Okay. Nice. All right, guys. So that was "Don't Cry, Put Your Head on My Shoulder." Like I said from the beginning, this song, actually introduced me to Tom Odell's music, and after listening to it, for the I think the fourth or the fifth time, this song still hits me. Right off the bat, the way the piano just rolls in. I mean, it's so delicate, but also intimate. Like it feels like someone's right there, in the room with you. I didn't expect it to feel this raw so quickly. I mean, the first time I heard this song, I mean, Tom Odell's vocals, guys, as always. Wow. I mean, there is this fragility, but also a strength in the way that he's singing. It's like he's holding back just enough. But then in those little moments where he lets it sour, guys, goosebumps. I mean, there's one part where the melody kind of lifts, and then it feels like a wave of emotion washing over you. Personally didn't see that coming, and the mood shifts. I mean, subtle, but I mean it's definitely there. There's no sense of vulnerability in the verses, and then I mean, when the chorus, builds, it's like a gentle, comforting hug. You can definitely feel the care, in the production too. The piano, the soft strings in the background, they all give you, this warmth, like you are, being reassured without him even saying it directly. I don't know. I feel nostalgic. There's something about it that really reminds me personally of those quiet nights when you just need someone to listen. The way he phrases certain lines, the little vocal run, the pauses, is like every note is meant to to land exactly where it should. I mean, it's personal, but it also feels universal. So yeah, overall, wow. I mean, this song is tender. It's definitely powerful and really emotional. Tom Odell, has this way of making you feel like he's speaking just to you, and I feel like that's why people really love his music. Like I said, this is what this particular song actually introduced me to his music. I definitely love the subtlety, I love the honesty and the sheer vulnerability, guys. It's just beautiful. Yes, but that's just me. I've got to ask you guys though, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys also think about this song down the comment section. Yes, please go down there and comment. Yes, we move on to the fifth song, Prayer. Yes, this one I've not heard before, so let's take a listen. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my boy, imagine a world that you're gonna enjoy. You're charming, just like your grandma. Strumming your toy guitar, you got her wrapped around your fingers, it seems. Singing your songs of love.
Whoa.
Telling her what you'll be when you grow up. A singer-songwriter, whatever you decide.
Wow.
It's gonna be tough getting to know the black dog in your blood. When the war is won, just promise you'll come and visit us.
Wow.
Oh, these prayers. Does anybody know if there's a heaven up there? I'm hoping if there is, then it may be somewhere I can see your eyes still gently smiling at me. Open up a bit, feeling kinda promised I would, but it's just too good to refuse. All these dreams, they never turn out quite as big as they seem. Still waiting for my mother to arrive, to sit down by my side and tell me I don't need to worry anymore. Sitting on a plane, drinking to anesthetize the pain. Don't know where it comes from. Been there ever since I was young, I guess. But when I'm with my friends, I feel it less. Time out of my mind, that's when I find I'm at my best.
Okay. All right, guys. So that was the fifth song titled "Prayer," and I mean, after listening to it for the first time, I have to say that personally, I wasn't expecting it to hit like that. I mean, right from the very start, the piano, I mean, was so delicate, but so heavy. At the same time, I love the fact that it pulls you in immediately. You can feel the tension building in those opening chords. Like, I mean, he's carrying something really personal, really raw. And it's I mean, it's so hard not to lean in, and as always, this man's voice is something else, definitely out of his world. I mean, his voice, just in the cuss right through. There's no fragility in it, but also this strength, that, I mean, I feel like sneaks up on you. Those moments where, I mean, he stretches the notes, the little runs, that he does. I mean, it's like every single word, I mean, it's way down with so much emotion, and it really lands. I mean, you can tell he's not just singing. This man is living every single line. I love the way the song, swirls midway. I mean, the production opens up, just enough, to give it, space, to breathe. But it never overshadows, that intimacy. There is also, a quiet moment, and then boom, it builds again, almost like a heartbeat, getting faster. The back and forth, to me, it keeps you on edge emotionally, and I mean that, in the best way possible. Honestly, this track really hit me harder than I thought it would. I mean, there are moments, where I felt, I don't know, reflective, even a little, bittersweet. Definitely reminded me of those nights when you just sit alone, thinking about the past and what's ahead, and somehow music like this just gives it a voice. Overall, I have to say I was genuinely blown away by this song. I mean, I feel like this is the kind of song that stays with you long after it ends. The kind that I feel like our fans would definitely come back to because of the honesty, the storytelling, and that voice just, guys, owns every emotions that it touches. Yes, I have to say Tom Odell really knows how to make you feel it, and this track is definitely a perfect example. Yes, but not just me, that's just what I think about this song. I really want to hear what you guys also have to say about this song. What's your favorite moment in the song? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. We move on to the said song titled "Can We Just Go Home Now?" Yes, let's take a listen.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, guys. Yes. The said song, "Can We Just Go Home Now?" First time, hearing this song, and I have to say that I didn't expect, I did not expect that. Right from the start. I mean, there is this no quiet, almost no fragile piano line that just pulls you in, and you can immediately feel the weight of, I mean, something. It's intimate, but it's heavy too. Like he's letting you sit inside his head for a moment, and his vocals. Oh man, I mean, there's this raw, almost aching quality that I feel like hits you in the chest, and you can definitely tell every note is coming straight from a place of real emotion. I mean, when he goes into that subtle lift, in the chorus, guys, I felt it. My heart kind of lifted too. There is this no tension in the build up that's just, I mean, beautifully painful. The production is so tasteful. It never overpowers the vocals. It's all about letting the story breathe all the way through. I especially loved those quiet moments before the little swirls, where the piano and the soft percussion create this sense of longing. It's like he's asking for something that feels just out of reach. And there's a moment in that bridge, the way his voice cracks slightly. I mean, holding that emotion, guys, I have to say it really caught me off guard. I was not expecting to feel this vulnerable listening to a song, but here I am. I mean, feeling it. It definitely makes you pause, and it makes you think. Honestly, this song is just, guys, it's personal. Definitely reminded me of those nights when, I mean, you just want to escape from everything, when, I mean, the world feels too heavy, and you just wish you could go somewhere a bit safe, somewhere familiar. I feel like that's the kind of hit this particular song gives. So yeah, overall I have to say that I'm really impressed. It's subtle, but every single element is perfectly in place. I mean, the vocals, the emotional pacing, the production, guys, it all serves the mood. I mean, I loved it. I definitely loved it. And I feel like I mean, fans of Tom Odell love him because this man doesn't just sing. He makes you feel the story that he's telling. And this track, I mean, it's the perfect example of why. So yeah, I really need to know from you guys also, how does this song make you feel listening to it? Please share your thoughts down the comment section. We move on to the 7th song, titled "Why Do I Always Want Things That I Can't Have?" Wow, let's take a listen, guys.
2, 3, 4.
Wow. Woo. Okay, I love this.
I've been looking for love in all the wrong places.
Wow.
Seeing your eyes in strangers' faces.
Okay.
Searching for God in all of my vices.
Yeah.
Staying out till the sun it rises.
Wow.
I light a cigarette. Call myself a cat.
Okay.
If only you were here, it wouldn't be so bad. Why do I always want the things that I can't have?
Nice.
It's so sad. I've been dancing all night, and my feet are hard. Taking
love this.
so sad. Storms start to rise. Helicopters are in the skies. I feel this chill.
Let's go.
Then it does. Why doesn't anybody realize we're on the edge of paradise? We're on the edge of paradise.
Okay.
I've been staring at screens. My eyes are aching, losing my faith in this world we're making.
Okay.
Listening to my father screaming, laid on the bathroom floor, just dreaming of the time we will look back on all of this in life.
Let's go.
And slowly piece together all the bits of broken glass. Why do I always want the things that I can't have? It's so sad.
So sad.
It's so sad.
Wow. Guys, yes, the 7th song, Why Do I Always Want Things That I Can't Have? First time hearing this song, and I mean, I loved it. You know, I mean, right from the start, I felt there's a really, really intimate vibe. I mean, Tom's just sitting there, you know, at the piano, you know, in the room with you. And I mean, you as a listener, you feel every little, you know, hesitation and emotion in his voice. I mean, there's something so raw, you know, about the way that this man sings. I mean, it's not polished, you know, to the point of perfection, but I feel like that's exactly what makes it hit so hard. I love how the song, you know, slowly builds. There's this quiet tension at first, and then the instrumentation creeps in, layering in these, you know, subtle strings and percussive elements, and suddenly, I mean, it's like you are swept up, you know, in the emotion. You know, those little vocal runs she does, guys, absolutely beautiful. I mean, they are not just for show, in my opinion. I mean, they feel like, you know, someone wrestling, you know, with their own feelings, you know, in real time. Man, I also love that part, you know, in the middle where, you know, everything swirls. I mean, it definitely gave me chills. I mean, it's such a, you know, perfect mix of melancholy and a bit of yearning. And I mean, I could feel myself, you know, leaning in, like, you know, I was, you know, trying to, you know, catch every nuance of what, you know, he was feeling. And then when he pulls back, guys, it definitely leaves this quiet emptiness, and that really makes you think. And, you know, it definitely leaves this quiet emptiness that really make you think, you know. I mean, it's reflective, almost painful, but in a way that's, you know, strangely comforting. I think what really hit me personally after listening to the song, you know, is the way the song, you know, captured that restless, you know, feeling we all have, you know, the wanting, the longing, the frustration when life, you know, seems, you know, just out of reach. You know, definitely reminded me of those nights, you know, where, I mean, you're just, you know, lying there, you know, thinking about decision you can't undo, or, you know, things you know, you can't have, you know, and somehow Tom, you know, just nails it without, you know, over explaining. Yeah, after listening to the song, I mean, my overall take, I feel like I mean, I think this track, you know, is a masterpiece of emotional storytelling. I mean, vocals, production, and the mood shifts, you know, all come together, you know, to make something that's really immersive. You know, you don't just listen, you experience everything. I definitely love this song, you know, because of the fact that I mean, this man, you know, has a rare, you know, ability to take something deeply personal, you know, and make it feel universal. And I feel like this song, you know, is the perfect, you know, example. Yeah, that's just me. So let me know what you guys also have to say. I'm curious. I mean, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this song. You know, let me know how it made you feel, you know, listening to it. Yeah. So we are moving on to the 8th song, title Wonderful Life. Yes, let's take a listen, guys. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Wow. Guys, I love this. Okay.
The little boy at the airport,
Wow.
waving his father goodbye.
Okay.
The lover in the
Yeah.
bedroom, saying I'm sorry out loud. The small plastic window fills with
Okay.
iridescent light. The devil and an angel in their eternal fight. What a wonderful life. What a wonderful life. What a wonderful life. What a wonderful
Whoa.
life. The spider in the kitchen, trying to stay out of the cold. The pale girl in the bathroom, wearing her grandmother's gold.
Whoa.
Church bells are ringing,
Okay.
somebody must have died. The eyes of the animal, frozen in the headlights. They're saying, oh, what a wonderful life. What a wonderful life. What a wonderful life. What a wonderful life.
Yeah. Yeah.
The skinhead in the handcuffs, blowing his mother a kiss.
Okay.
The student at the protest, wiping the blood off her lips. The fireworks exploding,
Whoa.
the clock strikes midnight, and I'm sat here watching,
Okay.
gripping the wheel so tight. What a wonderful life.
Yeah.
What a wonderful life.
Back in. Okay.
What a wonderful life.
Love the back and vocals.
What a wonderful life.
Let's go.
St. Peter's calling. St. Peter's calling. St. Peter's calling.
Yeah. Whoa, guys, the 8th song, Wonderful Life. That's actually the title track for this album. And all I have to say after listening to this, just wow. I mean, that was something else. I am honestly just sitting here, trying to process and everything that I just heard. I mean, the way that build up, from the very beginning, guys, you could feel that. I mean, slow, gentle pull, and then it just takes you somewhere emotional. I mean, I love the fact that it's not flashy, it's not overproduced, but every single note, every single chord, really, really means something. Guys, as always, this man's voice is something else. Voice just cuts through everything. Those little cracks, and I mean subtle lifts. They hit really, really hard, I mean, I love how, he can go from, this soft, almost fragile tone to something that I feel like swirls and just fills the room. you feel the weight of what he's singing. You like he's telling you a story that's really, really personal. There was a moment, around the middle where the intensity shifted. The instrumentation, came in just right. The piano and strings layering perfectly. Guys, I have to say that really, really gave me chills. I love the fact that it felt intimate, but also cinematic, all at the same time. The production is so thoughtful here too. I have to say, I mean, it never feels overdone. Those moments where it drops back, to just piano and voice, guys, that was just incredible. And then when the build up hits again, I mean, the drums, the subtle percussion, I mean, it definitely lifts you as a listener. I mean, but it's never forced. It's like the music is breathing with the lyrics. I could totally imagine this in a quiet late night drive, just letting yourself sink into it. I don't know. I mean, there's something bittersweet about this one. It definitely made me think about the little moments in life that feel small but actually matter a lot. I got a little nostalgic. Not in a sad way, but in that reflective type of way. I mean, thinking about times when life felt both complicated and beautiful all at the same time. And that, I feel like that's the kind of song that lingers with you even when it ends. Guys, honestly, this is a classic Tom Odell energy. I mean, it's raw, it's emotional, and insanely well crafted. I can totally see why. I mean, fans of Tom Odell, they mess with him. I mean, there's definitely some level of of vulnerability here. That just hits you. So yeah, I mean, if you are into music, that's honest. That makes you feel. I feel like this is absolutely worth it. Yes, that's just me. That's just what I think about this song. So guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this one too. Yeah, I loved it. I definitely love this one. We are moving on to the 9th song, titled Ugly. Yes, let's take a listen.
I'm standing in the mirror, I wanna change my skin. Wish that I was tall, wish that I was thin. Not just a reflection of people's opinions. I'd do it all for you, I'd do it all. And you don't love me, you don't love me. 'Cause I'm ugly, 'cause I'm ugly. Don't wanna touch me, don't wanna fuck me. 'Cause I'm ugly, 'cause I'm ugly. I wish that I was beautiful, I wish that I was beautiful. Maybe then I wouldn't fall from the cloud into myself down. Look into your eyes, you don't have to try. You make it look so easy, everything in life.
Okay.
I feel my heart racing. You walk in the room, I wanna tell you everything, but you just confuse my lack of confidence with some sort of attitude. And I let you go, and I know that you don't love me, you don't love me. 'Cause I'm ugly, 'cause I'm ugly.
Whoa.
Don't wanna touch me, don't wanna fuck me. 'Cause I'm ugly, 'cause I'm ugly.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, guys. Yeah, so that was a nice song. Ugly. Wow. I have to say, I mean, that really, really, hit me, harder than I was expecting. I mean, right from the start, the piano just, pulls you in. I mean, I love the fact that it's simple, but there is this raw weight, to it, and then, I mean, his voice, comes in. Oh man, that was just something else. That vulnerability in his tone, guys, it's so human. You can feel every inch of doubt and insecurity that he's putting out there. It's not just singing. It's like he's confessing something, and I mean, you can't help but lean in. I love how the song builds. The moment in the middle where the piano swells. And I mean, this man hits those high notes. My stomach literally sunk a little. It's such an emotional punch. And the way the production keeps it intimate. But then layers just enough to give it a cinematic feel. Guys, that's just brilliant. You can feel the tension, the tension rising, the kind of tension that I feel like mirrors the emotions that this man is singing all about. There is also a fragility here. That's I mean, it's almost uncomfortable, but I mean, in the best possible way. There's a certain line near the end, the way he stretches those notes and lets them hang. Guys, it definitely caught me off guard. I mean, it made me think about moments when I felt self-conscious or just not enough. Yeah, and somehow turn that into something beautiful. To me, it's a kind of song that makes you pause and reflect. I mean, even if it's just for a second. Yeah. So overall, wow. This is exactly why I mean people I feel like gravitate towards Tom Odell music. This man is not just a singer. I mean, he is definitely a straight up storyteller. I feel like every single note, every sort of shift, in his voice, every delicate piano hit, it all feels intentional, like he's letting you peek inside his head. Yeah, I feel like I loved it. I loved it. I don't even feel I loved it. I mean, I love it because this song is raw, is real, and unapologetically vulnerable. So yeah, let me know what you think about this one down the comment section. We are moving on to the 10th song titled Strange House. Let's go. You ready? Wow. Okay. Wow.
Walk across a bridge in a strange town, feeling like a kid
Okay.
in a strange house. Past the old arcade, nervous and afraid. There's too much hurting in this world
Wow.
for me to smile today. Course I am happy you came by. It's always good to see your strange eyes.
Okay.
Lift me off the ground. You're good to be around, but there's too much darkness in my heart for me to love you now. Bury me in the churchyard where the wildflowers grow.
Okay. Okay.
Tell my friends I love them more than I sometimes show. I think the world is broken and everybody knows it ain't healing. And this fear we're all feeling, oh, it dies when we're dreaming. 'Cause our dreams, they have meaning, I suppose.
Okay, guys. Yes. So the 10th song, "Strange House," and I have to say that after listening to this song, it really, really hit me differently. Than I actually expected. I mean, I love the fact that the piano, set this really, really intimate and almost fragile atmosphere. You can definitely feel the weight of the song, before a single word, even comes in. And then, guys, his voice, as always, oh man, I mean, his voice, it pierces through. There is this kind of raw vulnerability in the way that this man sings. He's carrying this whole emotional world inside of him. The way it builds, guys, I mean, it's subtle at first. You don't even realize it's swirling, but then suddenly everything else clicks, and then there's this surge of emotions that feels almost physical. I mean, the little shifts in the melody, the pauses, the soft hesitations, I mean, they make it feel like he's speaking directly to you, not just performing. And those vocal runs, guys, beautiful but not overdone. I mean, they land with this perfect balance of control and a bit of emotion. Instrumentally, guys, this is deceptively simple. It's mostly piano and a bit of subtle layers, but the way it's arranged, I mean, every note definitely felt like it mattered. I mean, when the drums gently kicks in, it's like, I mean, the song opens up a little more, like it's breathing, letting you in deeper, and the mood shifts. There is a bit of melancholy, but there's also this glimmer of hope in there. It definitely made me think about moments when you feel out of place, but I mean, there's someone or something that grounds you. I mean, it's nostalgic, it's definitely personal. It hits in that quiet, introspective type of way. Honestly, by the end, I was just sitting there with chills. I mean, it's one of those songs that I feel like sneaks under your skin, and stays with you all the way through. I mean, this man is not just singing, he's telling a story as always. He's opening a window into his soul, and into his soul, and I mean, you can't help but lean in. So yeah, overall, I'd say this one, is definitely a masterclass in emotional storytelling through music. I mean, his fans, obviously love him, because I mean, every single note, every phrase, feels authentic and lived in, not manufactured. And wow, I totally get it. After this listen, I mean, it's like he's letting you into a world you didn't even know you needed to visit. Yeah. So that's just me. That's just what I think about this song. But I would really, really love to hear what you guys also have to say about this particular song. Please let me know down the comment section. We are moving on to the 11th song, titled "Can Old Lovers Can Old Lovers Ever Just Be Friends?" Yes, let's take a listen. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay, this song definitely is running into the final song of this album, so just have to wait it out. Okay, guys. Yes. So that was, the 11th song. Can old lovers ever just be friends? And after listening to it, I loved it. I mean, the piano is so delicate, almost like it's hesitant, and then Tom's voice, just comes through with this raw, emotional honesty. You can hear, the weight behind every single word. I mean, like, he's not just singing it. He is living it. There is this moment, about halfway through where the instrumentation builds just a little, and it's subtle, but it also gives the song this aching tension. You feel it rise, almost like the chest is tightening along with it, and then when it drops in the back, into that softer, reflective part, it's, man, it's it's like being pulled into someone's private diary. I mean, his vocal runs, oh man, those runs, guys, I feel like they are not just technically impressive. They feel more human. There's also fragility there. Like he is teetering on the edge of breaking. It definitely makes the lyrics land even harder. And the way the song shifts mood, from that quiet, almost hopeful start, to moments that I feel like I feel, heavier, and more introspective. Guys, it's like a conversation with yourself, that, I mean, you can't, pause. I can't lie. I mean, I felt a little sting, in my chest, during the bridge. I mean, definitely reminded me of those complicated relationships, and that, you try to move past but somehow the memories linger. I mean, the tension between wanting to actually let go and still holding on to something. Guys, it definitely captured perfectly here, I must say. So yeah, overall, I mean, this song is stunning. It's intimate. I mean, it's definitely emotional, and it's just beautifully produced, without ever, feeling overdone. I feel like this man, has this way of making you feel like, he's speaking directly to you. And I feel like that's why, his fans, connect so deeply, with him. I mean, his music just resonates, I loved it. Guys, that's just me. That's just what I think about this song. But let me know what you guys also think, about this song down the comment section. Yeah. Share your thoughts down there, guys. We are moving on to the final song titled "The End of Suffering." So, can old lovers ever just be friends? Runs into the final song. So, let's take a listen, guys. Whoa. Okay.
The end of suffering, there's a door.
Yeah.
There is nothing and everything and more. A sticker on the window saying something like,
Whoa.
you've got nowhere left to go. Take a step inside. At the end suffering, there's a room. There's a child's crayon drawing of the moon. I light my cigarette, I lean against the wall. Feel that resignation, there's nowhere really left to fall. end of suffering there's a hope, and the only way you get there's on your own. I lay down on the sofa, turn on the TV, shut my tired eyes, hopelessly I dream. At the end of suffering there's a war. At the end of suffering there's a war. I stumble to the window, pull the curtains wide. Spent so long in darkness, God, it's good to see the sun in shine.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so this is the final song titled "The End of Suffering." Yes, and guys, I really need to, just take a second to actually process that. I mean, that was just intense. I mean, right from the start, I was able to feel the vulnerability, in this man's voice as always. I mean, it's so raw, so honest. The piano, comes in so gently, and at first, almost like it's tiptoeing into your heart, and then there's this swell, this build up, that I feel like I hits right, in the chest. You can tell, every single note, every single chord is carrying, so much weight, and those vocal moments. Oh man, I mean the way he blends the notes, the little cracks, in his voice. He's like he's carrying years, of emotion, in each single phrase. There's also a part where the instrumentation, I feel like rises, layers of strings and subtle percussion also coming in, and it's just lifts the whole mood, without losing that intimacy. I literally felt chills. To me, it's the kind of arrangement that makes you pause and really breathe, with the song. What struck me most after listening to the song, is how the song, I feel like it manages, this balance of melancholy and a bit of hope. There's also, this feeling of letting go, but also of slowly stepping into something lighter. I actually got a little, teary, in the middle, because it kind of reminded me, of those moments, where you've been through a tough time, but you can finally see the light ahead. I don't know if that makes sense. It's so personal, but I have to say that it really hits universally too. Production wise, it's also clean but never sterile. Every single element, the piano, the subtle strings, even the quiet atmospheric touches, feels purposeful, and this man really knows exactly, when to pull back and when to, push the emotion, to the forefront. I don't know if that makes sense. To me, it's like, you are, on this emotional journey, with him, rising and falling, which with, every every bar. Honestly, I am floored. This song, is definitely a masterclass, in storytelling through music. I love the fact that it's vulnerable, powerful, and so human. I loved it. I definitely loved it. I mean, I loved it personally because this man, as always, he doesn't just sing. He shares pieces of his soul, and you can definitely feel that sincerity. It's why his music sticks. Why it actually resonates. So that's just me. That's just what I think about this song. So please let me know your thoughts, let me know your perspective. Let me know what you think about this one down the comment section, guys. After listening to A Wonderful Life Epilogue, by Tom Odell, from start to finish, I have to say that one thing is very, very clear. This album isn't meant to entertain you. It's actually meant to sit with you. Tom Odell doesn't chase big moments here. He avoids explosive choruses. He avoids flashy production or anything that feels designed for virality. Instead, this man leans fully into stillness, restraint, and emotional truth. I feel like this feels less like an album release and more like the quiet thoughts you have when the night is over and you are finally alone. For the sound and the production of this album, I loved it. Musically, the production is intentionally minimal. Piano leads, almost everything, with a bit of, subtle strings, soft, ambient textures and lots of, open space. The production choice, is powerful because, I feel like it forces you to actually focus, on the emotion, not the polish. Nothing feels overproduced, nothing feels rushed. Silence is actually used just as effectively as sound. This kind of production to me takes confidence, and I feel like Tom clearly trusts his songwriting enough to actually let it breathe. And for the vocal and the performance of this album, vocally I feel like Tom Odell sounds, the word is fragile, and I mean that as a compliment. There are cracks, soft moments, slightly stained notes, but they feel human too, not sloppy. This man sings like someone who's emotionally tired but still honest. There is no vocal flexing here. No need to prove anything. I feel like every performance, feels like it's coming from, someone, who's already lived, the emotion, that, he's singing about. For the lyrics and the themes of this album, to me, this album, I feel like it revolves around emotional exhaustion, longing, and a bit of regret. Self-reflection, acceptance, rather than resolution. I love the fact that Tom isn't, searching for answers. He's acknowledging that, some answers, don't get answered. Songs like Prayer, Why Do I Always Want Things, I Can Have, and Can Old Lovers, Ever Just Be Friends, feel, painfully self-aware, without turning self-pitying. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like that's the strength, of this project. It definitely understands the pain without, romanticizing it. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes. For the album's identity. I feel like calling this an epilogue, definitely, makes perfect sense. In my opinion. This album, feels like the emotional, afterward. The final thoughts, you kind of, add once you've had time to actually reflect. It doesn't try to reframe, the story. It simply accepts it. There is no dramatic ending here. Just the peace, just a bit of honesty, and just quiet acceptance. Yes. After listening to this album, a bit of standout moments, for me. I loved the emotional consistency, from start to finish. I definitely love the intimate, vocal delivery. I mean, I also love the lyrics. I feel like the lyrics on this album, felt, lived in, and not written. I mean, a cohesive mood that never, breaks immersion. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's like, a few of the standout moments, for me listening to this album. So, who is this album for, or isn't for? I feel like this album will not be for everyone. I mean, if you're looking for upbeat energy, catchy hooks, or instant replay value, this may feel a bit slow. But I mean, if you appreciate albums that reward patience, emotional depth, and quiet moments, this is a beautiful listen. This is definitely a beautiful listen. So yeah, for my final verdict, A Wonderful Life, Epilogue, is one of, Tom Odell's most, emotionally honest projects, to date, in my opinion. I've not listened to any of his projects, but I mean, listening to this, I can confidently, say that. I mean, it doesn't aim to, impress, it aims to connect, I mean, this is an album for late nights, headphones, reflection. I mean, letting feelings exist, without, fixing them. So yeah, overall, I'll definitely give this a hard 9.5, out of 10. That's just me, just because, this is a deeply human album, that lingers, long after, the final notes, phase. That's just me. That's just what I think about this song. But this album, let me know your thoughts, let me know your perspective. Let me know if this man has other albums that you guys would like for me to check out. I'll be so glad to do just that. If you tuned in, if you stuck with me to the end of the video, I loved you. I very much appreciated, on here. Yes, let me know what you would like for me to actually react and review in my next video. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for watching. My name is Philip. On to the next video. You can take care, stay safe. Peace out.